Welcome back, everyone, to Pop with Pride 2024. We are ready to go. What's our Synaesthete run from j0kerr? So I'm going to get out of the way and let them get started. Go ahead and take it away.
Thank you so much, Sushikishi. Hi, my name is j0kerr. This is a game that you most likely have never seen before, and I can explain that here as we get into the run. This is Synaesthete. It is a rhythm action game. I like to hearken it as if Binding of Isaac met Rock Band. It's a fantastic game with completely original music, all created by the developers specifically for this game. And this is a team of 4 developers, 4 students, and we can explain a little bit more here. I'm not alone, though, because this does get a little bit of a focus intense heavy game. I brought 2 of my really good friends in to help commentate this. One who has never seen this game before, and one who has not seen it but kind of knows about the game. If you 2 would like to introduce yourselves.
Hi, I know nothing. My name is Ruby, or Ruby Hart. I speedrun a lot of very twitchy games, boss fight games, and multiplayer games. You saying, "Oh, original score," my musical brain goes, and oh, hey, it's also like Binding of Isaac. Immediately in love. I come in knowing nothing about this game, and already I'm gasping in excitement. So, yeah, I'm here.
Hey, I'm Oscar424. You might have saw me yesterday playing with a cat wearing underpants. And I know a little bit about the game. I've never played it, and I'm actually really excited to see j0kerr absolutely rock it.
Let's go.
All right, so we're going to jump into our first song or our first game here. It is called Townhouse, and time will start here once I select our spell for the song. So, producers, when we're ready, if everyone's ready, we're going to count down in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Good luck.
Good luck.
First, a little bit of speed tech is that countdown actually counts the beats of the song. So you can actually hear the beat and the rhythm and the tempo before the song, but we can skip that, just like that. But Synaesthete, it is, like I said, a rhythm action game. So we are combining the movement of the Zakeman, which is this funky little aesthetic gray dude with the big red eye in the middle, dodging enemies while we are zapping them with our laser eye to the beat of the music. So you'll see 3 notes, 3 beats come down in the middle of the screen. We obviously want to match up the beats in order to zap our enemies. Things will get a little bit more hectic as the game goes on, because we do have, the songs will get a little bit tougher as the game goes on. So we'll have a lot more things to do in the game, which is why it can get a little bit intensive. We're already into a little bit of a tricky part because it goes, that section, that little room there goes from the main rhythm that you hear to the bass line, so you have to really pay attention to where you are, as I am struggling to talk and play the rhythm game, but that's exactly why I have Asuka and Ruby here.
No, focus on the rhythm. So
there we go.
The one thing I'm wondering is, what kind of controller are you using? Are you moving the character in the space as well as hitting buttons to the rhythm, or are you just hitting the Guitar Hero kind of inputs?
Nope, I am doing both. So I'm playing on keyboard, moving with WASD, and playing the beats with j0kerr and I. So.
Oh my god.
Okay, so that's the first time we've hit a loop of the song. So the way that the game works is each room is kind of a 8 to 16 bar section of the song. And if you stay in the room for too long, it will loop that section of the song, which is why you're seeing me position nearby the doors as much as I can, because I want to try to jump into the next room as quickly as possible. But yes, I am moving and playing at the same time.
That
good.
is wild.
This is so cool. Basically what you're doing is playing a video game in a similar way to the drum speedrun of SM64. You have to keep constant time with one hand while trying to manipulate a character with the other. Oh, that's so cool.
And it gets this is just the easiest difficulty. This is the 33 RPM trivial difficulty. It gets very fast, very tough, very quickly on the hardest difficulty, which is 78 RPM or warning.
Oh. Do you have to like manually face your character to the enemies, or do you automatically target them with the lasers?
Typically, you can't auto-target as long as you're somewhat facing them, but if you're facing completely away from them, he won't zap. So you do have to kind of reposition yourself to make sure that you're hitting at least one enemy, or you're facing at least one enemy, and then the beams will come out for, multiple enemies at a time.
Okay, so the game gives you a little bit of assist there. Got
Yes.
it. Okay, cool.
I'm actually going to need to take a couple seconds after this song, turn my volume back up.
Yeah, as soon as you mentioned it was a music game, I did just crank my headset, and I highly recommend others do the same.
Yeah, this song slaps. 100%.
Right?
So, as I mentioned earlier, this is these are all original EDM songs created by the devs of this game. There are 4 devs, a team called Rolling Without Slipping. They were all students at DigiPen Art School when this game was created. It was created as like a project for one of their classes of DigiPen.
Wow.
So this is most likely why you've never heard it, because it's never been released on a platform, like Steam or anything else. It was only available to be found on the DigiPen website. We're going to go ahead and let this loop through real quick as we get into we're getting into our first boss here, which is the Voxel King. The Voxel King will have a couple of different phases, but he's actually really easy to beat here. So, Sushi Kishi, while I'm focusing up and we're jamming out, if there's anything you would like to read, please feel free to do so.
Absolutely. As a reminder, we are raising money for True Colors United this weekend. Over a decade ago, our eyes were open to the fact that up to 40% of the 4.2 million youth experiencing homelessness identify as LGBTQ+. So in 2008, Cyndi Lauper, Lisa Barbaras, Johnny Podell, and Gregory Lewis founded True Colors United, formerly the True Colors Fund, and went on to a different kind of tour, visiting homeless shelters, community centers, and other service providers to learn all we could about the issue. If you would like to help support True Colors United, use the donate command in chat and you can get taken to the Buildify link to donate.
And that was our first boss of the game done. We have a third song here in the first act to still play. This song called Triptonaut. We also did not unlock a new spell, but the spell that we'll mainly use will be unlocked through this song. And I didn't even touch on the spells here.
I was gonna ask, what are they?
So not only do we have the beams that we can, shoot out by playing the music on rhythm, we have different spells that we can use throughout the game. Some of them, like the one the first one you unlock is like a healing spell that'll heal you. Mm-hmm. This one is called, this one is Equilibrium. It will increase your combo, which there's not really a big use for the combo system outside of kind of tracking how many beats you've hit, but also somewhat replenishing your spells as they're used. The one we're going to get outside of this, I can't remember the exact name of it off the top of my head, but it allows us to get supersized and squish enemies. And that can, it also gives us a little bit of extra speed. And that will help us out a lot in catching cycles later on in the songs and games.
Nostalgia-wise, I greatly appreciate that the character's design looks so much like Gumby.
Oh my god, yes. Oh, that
Right?
pattern.
I know that's a deep pull, but
Yeah, that pattern doesn't actually happen in this section, but yes, that is a slight preview of what this song can be like on Warning.
Now, is it mandatory that you hit all the notes, or can you like focus on one or two as you're learning?
So fun story actually. It will only track what you hit. So if you don't if you can focus on one color only, if that helps you out. Obviously it'll take a little bit longer because you're not going to be shooting as powerful or as many beams, but you're not punished for not hitting the other colors if you leave them alone.
Okay, so it's kind of like taking it slower with an enemy. You know, you can space it out for this, but for speedrun's sake, you really don't want to.
Right. Oh, and I forgot Equilibrium is actually our big stompy run spell.
Yeah, big boy.
So that actually does change up. That's another portion of our speed tech, is that we like to be stompy and run fast. It helps clear out the rooms faster and make sure that we don't miss cycles.
Oh, big stompy boy. I love it.
Ooh, the synth. Let's go.
Yes, it's all original EDM and every song is just a banger.
Oh, here's another deep pull. It reminds me of Grey Domo from chat. Oh, Domo-kun.
Oh, Domo. Oh my god, how long has it been since I thought about Domo?
Right?
Yeah. It took me a second to process. I was like, what is
Oh.
Well, we are on to our second act of the game. This song is called Mountain, and this whole subsection is part of the Way of the Samurai Act, is what it's named. A lot of these songs are going to be labeled under the trance subgenre of EDM. So you will hear that they've got that very trance-like feeling of just kind of a very slow, kind of a melodic build-up and just kind of very much like
they feel
a
like
trance-like state.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something about the way that they balance the levels too that has this like pulsing back and forth to it that constantly feels like it's building and then it pulls in a really interesting way. Okay, whoever composed this game, just well done. Well done. Like this is just smart video game composition. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It was all done by William Towns. He did the composition, the programming for all of the songs in this game on his own.
Wow.
And again, a team of 4 students at DigiPen Art School did this entire thing. So all of these rooms, all of the songs have randomly generated rooms based on a couple different patterns that they have. So not every song is going to be the same. Not every time you play the song is going to be the same either. And that's, I think, one of my favorite things about this game is the fact that it does change so much.
Mm-hmm.
So even though you're playing the same songs and you're playing, you kind of have the same sections and everything, all of the rooms are different. So everything is going to be different.
Okay.
Roguelike quality that Hades has, that Binding of Isaac has, like you mentioned earlier, of giving you things to constantly come back for more.
Yep.
We're giving you reasons to constantly come back for more. There we go. Those are words. I'm still waking up.
It's breakdancing.
Yes, the Zakeman will breakdance at the end of the song. It's wonderful. We're heading into our second boss. This song is called Shore. This is Voxel King is probably my favorite boss just because big voxel dragon, but also he's pretty easy. This one is all right. The boss design is really neat. It just can kind of get annoying when he spawns the ads and the extra enemies. But he's not my least favorite boss in this game. And we'll see him in the next act.
Oh, joy.
Oh, boy. I can't wait to see that.
I just want to say, I play rhythm games on the side, and it's so hard as it is just to pay attention to the rhythm pattern. But to be able to do that, to move around, target enemies, deal with like the text on the screen, all the other, it's like I am so impressed right now.
It's the same kind of overwhelming display that you get in a lot of rhythm games with the flashing lights, so like Dance Revolution, and so many others. It's a really cool style, but yeah, like you can barely catch the words that are coming up with little plot pieces, like these extra lore items and interspersed throughout.
Oh, that's a pattern. All right.
Dang! Okay, j0kerr? What the heck?
Pop off.
All right. Okay, that felt like watching a guitarist at a concert just take over and do a solo. That was great.
I mean, it comes from playing this game since it was released in 2010 and just kind of memorizing the patterns and knowing like what section you're on and whether the beats are going to go towards the rhythm, the melody, the bass line, the drum line, whatever section of the song you're on. So that section is one of my favorite ones just because it comes out of nowhere and then it goes right back to kind of a more simple section the very next room. So it's kind of neat to just have this like random hard section jumped in on everything.
Oh boy, okay.
Yeah, I'd like to read a comment in chat. Don't diminish your skill. That was cool. No, sorry, that was so cool.
It's a lot of fun, and especially considering that like you're moving and avoiding enemies at the same time. It is really difficult, but it does feel very rewarding when you get it.
You are splitting your brain into a million pieces, and this level of multitasking is so impressive and wild to watch. Yeah.
Find the door. Where's the door?
Sounds so Kingdom Hearts to me. Who are you? Where are you going?
I don't even remember all of the text that happens in between. I know it's not like fully on the lore or the story of the game, but it's kind of cool though to see it because it just gives you something else. I came here alone and I go alone. Like
there we go.
It's like very high school emo. Like I'm all by myself. There's nobody else. Kind of feeling. It's
no one
fun.
can understand the utter darkness within my heart.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get Stompy here. And the nice thing is there are multiple different variations of enemies, and a lot of them will do. You can catch the pattern and rhythm of what the enemies do. But this is our second boss. This is a Viper Vizier.
Ooh.
Okay, music pop off. Heck yes.
All right. Yeah, Chad, I want to see some more dancey votes. This is totally worth it.
Please, and I know that fights are a really good place for any announcement. So if we have any, this is the perfect time. I know that commentating is an audio-only format, but I hope you know that I am bopping up and down so hard.
Big same.
This I really do enjoy this song, but my favorite songs are coming up in the next act.
Nice.
But that is
starting off strong. If there are more cool things later, oh man.
Yes. Oh yes. We still have one more song in this act, though. It's called Blackberry. This one is just a very nice, very chill song. All of these songs are available on YouTube to listen to.
Ooh.
So I highly suggest you. You'll have to search like Synaesthete OST, and the spelling is there in the stream title, because I know it's a very weird name of a game. But I highly suggest you go and check out the music on its own, how it was originally, designed to be heard, instead of, maybe some sections being repeated or anything like that, because it's just very, very good music. I unironically listen to this in my car just while I'm driving, just whenever I can, because it's just that good.
No, that is respectable. I think I have like a whole Spotify set list that's just like video game OSTs.
Listen, I have never played a whole game of Stardew Valley, but you best believe that I have a Stardew Valley soundtrack in my car for when I'm going around and doing chores.
Nice.
It's the best way to live life, in my humble opinion.
Oh, good music like that? Absolutely.
Exactly. Basically with video game underscoring.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime. Stomp on enemies. This is me just reading the random text
Right.
showing up everywhere. Lightning
flashes.
Meanwhile, I'm just over here bopping in my seat because this song is just so good.
No one can see us, but we're all having a secret rave behind
Yup.
the scenes. And when we're not talking, it's just as we're dancing.
One of the things I really like about the tracking of this song and like the rhythm parts is that it flips back and forth. If any of there's other musicians in here, it flips back and forth between the offbeat and onbeat. So you have to really pay attention to where you are if your main section is on the backbeat, or if you're on beat with the music. It's really neat in that way.
Oh my god, next you're gonna tell me they have a song that switches time signatures multiple times.
No, unfortunately, not this one. Not in this game. This is my favorite song though. It's called Luminous Voluminous. This whole act is called Like a Child. So you'll see through the rooms as we clear them out and they kind of come back to life. You saw like trees in the first act, the Japanese aesthetic in the second act. This one will pop up with candy canes and lollipops and various other like candies, as the name is Like a Child. So kind of a childlike wonderment throughout the extra wording of this act and these songs as well.
First Kingdom Hearts quote was the continuity of existence.
The boss of this act is my least favorite boss, but it's just because he does not like to play nice.
That's usually what happens with really good levels.
This section.
Okay.
I also love that the enemies pulse in size to the
Yes.
aesthetically, that is so appealing.
It's one of those things that helps you keep track of the beat if you aren't paying attention to the actual music.
Yeah, or just if you have a harder time with sound and you're looking for visual cues, like that's a huge inclusivity thing. Like that's great.
I always think this is an 8-bar song between rooms. This is a 16-bar song in rooms. So I always think I have less time than I actually have to get to the next room so it doesn't loop. Like I said, that's the main speed tech of this game, is making sure that you get to the next room before the loop. Otherwise, you have to replay that section of the song will replay before the next room's section will come up.
Gotcha.
Also, not getting hit because it takes away your ability to play and shoot enemies during that while you get hit. So.
Oh wow. Okay. Is it like you get stunned for a moment and then you can't handle enemies, or how does that work?
So if you get hit, it just kind of pauses you for a moment and it pulls away your ability to hit the beats. It doesn't register the beats when you hit them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, our third boss, my second favorite song of the game. It's called "This Is Hardcore," and I picked the wrong. You know, I do.
I was
need
about to say, spell change? Spell change?
Yes. I picked the wrong spell because it did not take the input, which is fine. There we go.
Game's not taking inputs. Never have I ever.
What?
Yeah, that would never happen.
No.
Ever.
Oh,
But yeah,
so
there's
Katie
the-
gets lollipops.
yep.
I just
there's
thought
the door.
everything seems to be an emotion, and that's a vibe.
Mhm.
I did miss that loop because I didn't catch the door. The nice thing is if you get stuck in a big room like that, or after the section ends, there's that little like blue wind that will come through to show you where the door is.
Oh, nice.
That's
So you don't have to get lost or search around for over and over and over.
There's so many like little accessibility things in here that I'm all for.
I missed the door, so I get a loop here again. And that's again, that's especially in those big rooms. That's a big thing to do is try to find the door as early as you can, so you know where to run.
I also appreciate that it even in the spaces where it seems like quote unquote empty space, we're looking in the background, there are these beautiful neon patterns. The
Yes.
attention to detail with this kind of theme, like this is one of those 4-person team games that I want to stand up and applaud. This is beautiful.
It's like I almost wish this was actually like released outside of the website. Like,
No, I'm hoping that there can you get it from the website?
Yes, you still can download it. So fun story. I accidentally reformatted my D drive yesterday in trying to make it so that I could download the new Windows update. And reformatting the D drive meant that I lost all of my games that were on that drive, including Synaesthete. So I had to fresh download it last night, but it's still available on the DigiPen website. The fun thing is, there is a speedruns.com page, speedrun.com page for this game, and the link directly to the DigiPen site with the downloads is on the speedrun.com page.
oh, that's awesome.
That's great. Okay, heck yeah. So everyone who is thinking of speedrunning this after this, totally not me, but anyone else who might be thinking about it can go to SSC.
Yep. And I highly recommend, even if you don't want to speed run it, I just recommend picking it up for casual play. It's such a good game and it's so worth it. We are heading here into the third boss.
God, Stabbington, I love that.
Stabbington, oh my god.
Okay, this one is going to require a little bit of focus here from me. So if there are any other donations or blurbs, anything you would like to read, please, now is the time.
That sounds good. Well, after this one, we are going to be moving into our Sonic block, which means we've got Sonic Mania and Sonic Dream Team coming up after Sonic CD Restored, which means we are running up against it as far as getting some of these incentives unlocked. Especially for Sonic Dream Team, there is a incentive to upgrade that run into a race between HUD 601 and Argic. And again, that's got to be met before the Sonic Dream Team run starts. So if you'd like to support True Colors United, and if you'd like to have something to put that donation towards, incentive to put that donation towards, that is what I would recommend, because we've got a little ways to go there on that incentive, and we really, really, really do want to see that as a race. And if you want to donate, use the donate command in chat to get the link to Tiltify.
Stabbington actually played really nice that time.
Awesome.
Typically, he could do.
Stabbington is the greatest name for a boss
Right?
ever. Period.
I kind of want to make a D&D character that is Count Stabbington.
Right?
Typically, he can do these. He can summon a bunch of adds, he can summon a bunch of extra enemies and spin them around, and it takes away from you hitting him and instead hitting the ads, so it can be very obnoxious. But he played really nice there, so I guess he just wanted to actually show off.
Well, a lot of legendary rogue fights, they'll get extra actions with their grunts. So,
Yeah.
it's nice that you were able to cut that off. So,
But we are into our second to last song of the game. It's called Elation. And again, like the whole childlike upbeat of this act is why this is my favorite act, and it has three of my top 4 favorite songs. The next song, the final song, is probably my 3rd favorite overall because of just everything in it. And especially it is the final boss fight as well. So it kind of goes all out.
oh, I can't wait to hear this.
Right.
Especially since the rhythm and some of the beats in the background have really been picking up. It feels like the entire game has been building musically, which keeping it interesting and constantly building is very hard to do. For
Agreed.
Like extended a period of time. This is great.
I also really love again those smaller rooms. Like there's a lot going on. There's a lot of enemies, but it still feels like there's enough room to maneuver around in, where you're not like just completely overburdened.
So we are heading to the final boss. We lose access to almost all of our spells. We keep Epiphany just because it is the heal. The other spell available is Tiger Style, and that massively increases your combo, but the combo doesn't really do much, so we don't use it. And it's faster to use Epiphany anyway. But this is our final boss fight. The song is called Dance of the Zakemans, and that enemy is the Namikans. When it's spelled out, you can see it is he is the Nega Zakemans.
I see that.
All right, so now we get this little section here where we both are running for these music beats. The quicker we can pick these up, the better. I didn't really touch on these a lot because we didn't get to see a whole lot of them, but these little music notes will increase your combo and heal you if you are needing healed. This is one of my favorite sections of the game.
So you're trying to intercept the notes so that they don't get healed. You do, and you're also hitting everything, and you're trying to hit the shots.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So the Namikans, the fun thing is he can actually do a lot of these boss patterns are going to be boss patterns that we have seen earlier in the game. So that's why I say when this goes all out, it goes all out.
Oh, okay.
You might remember our good old friend Voxel King.
Yeah.
This is
Oh wow.
That's the beam attack that the Voxel King can do. But we're already into the last phase of the fight, so time will come up here soon. After I get to do my favorite section of this song. And time will come up when it says complete. But yeah, this is, again, this game is called Synaesthete. One of my favorite games released just because the music is so fantastic. We get to hear this one last little section loop. And then time will come up. Time.
Encore!
So the neat thing is Synaesthete does have 3 difficulties. You have the trivial, and then I can't remember the name of the medium one, and then the final one is Warning, and you only unlock Warning after beating the Namikans. But then we get the credits music here, which is really fun, and we also get to see all 4 of the bosses chasing after us. Viper, Vizier, Count Stabbington, Voxel King, and the Namikans. But yeah, so
I love that.
Asuka, Ruby Heart, is there anything you'd like to say here before we close out?
Give some big GGs for j0kerr. That was amazing. Like, straight up.
Fully second. Count Stabbington is my hero, and so is j0kerr.
Yes.
I am gonna probably pick this back up as like another casual speed run or a game to play like once a week, or once every other stream or something like that, just because it is very fun. Again, go to the speedruns.com page, so speedrun.com/Synaesthete, which is there in the title. The information is in the speedrun.com page to download the game. Please go out and do so. It is absolutely free. It is so much fun. It is so worth a casual playthrough just to kind of look through everything, listen to the music, enjoy the entirety of the game. And yeah, for a game released in 2007, this game still holds up so well. It's made very well. I've not been able to find any like glitches or clips or or anything like that. So it's very simple, easy to get into. The speedrun is just playing through the songs as quickly as you can. But yeah, I'm really glad I was able to be here to show this off. I'm really glad I was able to have my two good friends here with me. But that is it. You'll catch me tomorrow hosting our final couple of runs. And I know, Asuka, you've got another run coming up as well?
Yeah, today, and I always forget, 6:32 p.m. Eastern, 3:32 p.m. Pacific. Currently, I'm doing Arzette, the Jewel of Fairmore. So the spiritual successor to those wonderful CDI Zelda games that actually turned out to be a very, very well-made game. That's going to be run this evening.
It's very fun. Go watch Asuka. Thank you, Pride. Thank you, everybody. Had a great time.
Bye.
Bye.
That was so much fun to watch. Thank you very much for doing that run for us, j0kerr. We are going to be moving into the Sonic block next. But before we do, as a reminder, you are watching Pop with Pride 2024 here on Twitch. We are running from June 13th to the 16th, all weekend long for about 16 hours each day. We are benefiting True Colors United. In the United States, 4.2 million youth experience homelessness each year, with lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning youth 120% more likely to experience homelessness than their non-LGBTQ peers. True Colors United is committed to changing that. If we can ensure that services are safe for and affirming of the most impacted young people, we can be confident they'll be safe and affirming for everyone. We believe that youth homelessness is a community issue and that real change can happen when people come together with a shared vision. If you'd like to learn more about that vision of True Colors United, you can use the charity command and chat to get the link to their website. If you would like to donate to True Colors United, use the donate command and chat to get the link. And as you donate, remember, you can put all of your donations towards one of three different polls that are available, as well as one of the incentives. And as I said, we're moving into the Sonic block next, and there is an incentive for the Sonic Dream Team run that is coming up sooner rather than later at this point. So if you would like to see the Sonic Dream Team run upgraded to a race between HUD 601 and Argic, please do donate. You'll be supporting True Colors United and put that donation towards that incentive. Please make sure you do that during the donation process. That's not something we can fix and post, if you will. So please, if you're gonna donate and you don't know what incentive to put it towards, that is the donation incentive that needs to be met soon, as that deadline is coming up rather quickly. My name is Sushikishi. I've been your host for the past couple of runs, but it's going to be the end of my time here hosting for you. Thank you so much for having me. Again, we are getting set up for our Sonic block, which is going to be kicking off with Sonic CD Restored. So stay tuned.
Why, hello everybody, and welcome to Power Up with Pride 2024. I hope you are all having a phenomenal day as we continue to raise money for True Colors United. My name is Lana Ruse, and I am super, super excited to be here with all of you as we get ready for what is sure to be a massively chaotic Sonic block here at Power Up with Pride. It's sure to be amazing. I hope you're ready, and I hope you love chaos. Not, the enemy chaos, but general fun chaos. Anyways, let's get a little bit caught up on all the fun stuff that we have been doing here today. If you are curious what we have been raising money for this lovely weekend so far, we have been raising money for True Colors United. So in the United States, 4.2 million youth experience homelessness each year, with lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning youth 120% more likely to experience homelessness than their non-LGBTQ+ peers. True Colors United is committing to changing that. So if we can ensure that services are safe for and affirming of the most impacted young people, we can be confident that they'll be safe and affirming for everyone. We believe that youth homelessness is a community issue. Real change can happen when people come together with a shared vision. And hey, that's what we're all doing here together, right, folks? We have come together with a shared vision to enjoy speedrunning and raise money for a great cause. Now, speaking of incredible things that your donations are going to, not only are we supporting this phenomenal charity, but we're working towards some really great incentives that we have going on right now. Now, listen, folks, we have a big one coming up soon, and we need to push for this, okay? Let me fill you all in on what's going on. So we have a Sonic Dream Team run coming up in the somewhat near future, but if we can hit $300 for that run, we can evolve that into a race. Okay, so not only do we get the phenomenal HUDS601 doing the run, but we get our lovely friend Argic joining him for a race. I'm sorry, friends. We cannot miss out on that at all. So we're currently at $10. We need 300. So make sure you are assigning your donations to incentives. So that one is a specific target. It is going to be phenomenal. You do not want to miss their banter. You do not want to miss their pure shenanigans. Get those donations in, or we will not have that race. Okay, we got to push for it. And not only can you assign to a specific target, for example, that run to race incentive that I've mentioned, you can also get a poll out of it as well. So check out some of these polls here. One of the important ones that is coming up is for Sonic Mania. We have a character bid war open right now between Sonic and Tails, Knuckles, and Mighty and Ray. Currently, Tails is in the lead with $210. I see where the love is. So make sure to check out where your donations can go towards. It has been so cool to see all this support coming in, and I hope that we can continue bringing it in as we support all of our Sonic runners. As mentioned, our Sonic block is taking place over the next 3 runs. We're still getting ready for it, but coming up soon, we have a Sonic CD Restored run with Fox Rocks, and then we'll have Sonic Mania with Argic, and then Sonic Dream Team with HUD601, which could turn into that race that we mentioned. So if you're free to stick around with us for the next few hours, you are going to get some phenomenal runs from some incredible runners as we continue to benefit a great cause with True Colors United.